Drill pick, no surprise right there.
That was a huge game coming out last time for Cop, so we'll see if he can do it again. Over 400 CS, keeping himself unkilled throughout the entire game.
So they give up Ezreal here. What do they have in exchange? They have Jace. I'm curious to see if they'll pick Jace again. I thought Jace was excellent. Like, Jace was a good pick.
They played really well, played a good poke comp.
Yeah, it just didn't, like, they messed up their team fights. The actual pick itself was smart, was very strong. And so you see the Jace pick. I'm curious what else they're looking for now. Maybe an Olaf. Maybe looking to pick the Sona here to deny Sona Ezreal bottom. That could be something ideal as well.
I think Olaf would be a great pick. You're taking away from Saint, plus you're creating a really nice just bruiser in your face team.
I think both of those are really good key options, as well as Zyra. Actually, Zyra could be a good option here as well.
You get that.
I don't know how much Zyra Elements has been playing, but definitely Muffin Cutie has been playing a lot of Zyra recently. Oh, and they decided to pick the Olaf here. Very smart, denying Curse. Oh, are we going to see Muffin Cutie's Leona?
Wow, St. Fish has probably got pretty happy right there. And I bet you will see a Jax from Void Boy.
I don't think that was a smart pick right there.
No.
Like, I don't think Curse...
I was going to actually say they'd be facility pick support, but I'd be like, I don't need to say that.
Yeah, no. If they had picked Sona, they could have denied Sona from the other team. The thing is, Curse doesn't even play Leona. So, picking it there over another... They could have picked something... a stronger pick there. I feel like they wasted the first pick option here. Like, they could have picked Maokai.
Yeah.
They could have picked Olaf. They could have picked something that could have potentially set the Curse behind. But here, Curse, they pretty much just traded Ezreal for Jace, and the return 2 picks here for Curse are going to be, should be very, very brutal for FeaR. If they can pick well off this.
Maybe they picked Maokai, knowing how strong, not really strong, but over-positioned Zuna played up top. They needed a little bit more lockdown for his ultimates before 6. Maokai on that pick with a Jax possibly on Void Boy would be really great to just lock him down even harder and take him out of lane.
I think they just picked Maokai because it's a strong champion. Oh, haven't locked in an AP yet. There's a Sona pick. Okay.
Right,
so something that I thought, like, both of those champions could have been picked by FeaR. Like, especially the Sona. I'm curious what FeaR has in mind. Giving Sona Ezreal potentially the best
Muffin
AD
Cutie
carry
has that
lane.
old play on Leona, but we haven't seen it from anyone really lately.
I don't. Oh, it's so risky to play that though.
It's all-in champion. Quite all-in.
I kind of approve though, because I feel like Muffin Cutie. A lot of the reasons why Afro does bad in lane now is because like Muffin Cutie picks a lot of like defensively oriented champions rather than aggressive champions like Leona to be able to set up Muffin. Are we going to see a Twitch pick? I definitely think Twitch can be picked here and synergizes really well with Leona. The issue is that picking Twitch into Ezreal Sona, like you're putting a lot on line to be able to outplay that bottom lane with a substandard bottom lane.
It's really just a burst in your face, that expunge on top of the Leona Sunlight proc when you get that auto attack. And again, looks like they're going to be taking Morgana away. Well,
I
not
actually
again,
really
but for
like
the first time.
The fact that they took Morg away from Curse, as well as sets up Twitch to be a machine late game with the Black Shield. So they have like a strong poke comp with Jace Morg, and they're able to transition into a late game comp with the AoE initiation from Leona. So their comp ended up looking up okay, but still, like, they must have known that the Sona Ezreal is just really, really hard to give up. I don't think I would give that up to any team unless I got something in return that was very, very powerful.
Yeah, that was super given up. They gave him a lot of time to think about that and even showed champions that would have been better. Like you said, picking Leona, though, it looks like they're going for a little bit of global presence with some Karthus. Round off the AoE, pretty nice for this team. And we have Aurelia coming in.
Karthus Aurelia, actually very standard stuff. Karthus does extremely well against Morgana, and he actually, it's a skill matchup where Karthus scales better into late game. Ooh,
I was gonna say I haven't seen too much Aurelia from Void Boy, but his Lee Sin we actually just seen before be very innovative.
I've heard Lee Sin actually does really well against Jace. However, this is pre-nerf Jace. The nerf took 160 damage off Jace's E. It's the biggest damage nerf that's ever happened in this game. So
he is the man of tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess he is. But at least for today, he's crazy. So I think it still should be an interesting matchup. Definitely a skill matchup in my sense. I have to side with Jace there though.
Overall, and the ability to trade and just the just automatic speed up
FeaR
magic
saving
resists.
their jungler for last. I've never quite seen this. Like, saving their jungler for last is really only picked if you're looking to pick a very specific jungler that no one really has known about. For instance, they didn't need to pick Twitch this early. Like, they could have saved Twitch till later.
Right.
They were going to lock him in regardless of what the last picks
Nobody's
were.
picking Twitch.
Uh-huh.
All right, so it looks like to be Cho'Gath. He gets another chance at this game, but this time on FeaR's side. St. Vicious played, or rather, not St. Vicious, Mandatory played him last game.
I really like Cho'Gath here. Being able to silence stuff like Karthus and Lee Sin when they go in is really devastating. It means they can't look to do all the spells they want to get out, and the team can just like kill them in 3 seconds inside the silence duration with Twitch. What really is the focal point of this game is if Afro and Muffin can outlane their bottom lane. I feel like Afro believes he's a stronger bottom lane, or they have a stronger bottom lane than Curse, and they're going to try to exploit it as hard as possible with Twitch.
How do you feel about this level 1?
The level 1 is pretty bad for Curse. They have absolutely no CC unless St. Vicious starts something other than standard E. And for FeaR, they have actually like 3 Cs. Actually, FeaR should invade here. They haven't been given like that big of a level 1 difference, but this is the game where they should look to invade, and they should be very aggressive level 1 because they can force flashes 100%. Literally running straight down mid, they can force a flash.
Right.
Just off of Morgana Q.
See what they do. It looks like they could be going for this. It'd be the first level 1 invade that we've seen. Every team has been playing very, very carefully, just getting the wards down, if anything, and getting back into their own jungle. So we're getting into the second matchup here. Curse versus FeaR. To see what FeaR can do. FeaR, a newly formed team from MME, grabbing Zuna up top as well after releasing a few. And Curse with Voyboy up top now. So as we said before, this is a battle of the top lanes for these teams. We'll have to see how that goes. A lot of help to Voyboy last game from St. Vicious. They're able to take down top quite a bit. Zuna had some trouble, but they were able to kind of push through mid-game, pull that in for themselves, and then it kind of just fell into Curse's hands. So we'll have to see if Curse, again, can control the early game and just take that all the way. But we'll have to see if FeaR can take it again in mid and keep it for themselves.
So Cop actually takes Cleanse this game. Something that
Aphromoo didn't.
Yeah, Aphromoo going
game.
for the kill lane this game, going with the Ignite. Definitely, I just feel like bottom lane is going to be the lane to look at this game. If Afro could get farm this game, he's going to go crazy.
We'll have to watch. We are into the game now. FeaR versus Curse in your second matchup. Thank everyone at home for viewing right now. Everybody in the crowd for making it out here to the Marchesa in Austin for TESPA, the Lone Star Clash 2. We have some great matches coming for you this weekend. Like I said, it's been a game of 3s. Every game has gone to its final game in the series. We'll have to see if they can do that as well. FeaR looking to go topside here and stop a red buff invasion, and they may follow up to blue. The ward has gone down quite early, same spot as last time. And we'll put it right over. Actually, nope, it's not a ward. It's a sapling.
Okay, well, if in case the other team invades, they decide to go ahead and ward their own blue. And say actually predicts a top lane and goes to throw a sapling there. The thing is, FeaR is so strong, they can literally run in and ward blue and push them off. In fact, I'd like to see them do that. I'd like FeaR to just run in and push them off, because that would be incredible.
They just completely backed off of that, the idea in general. They saw 3 or 4 in the bush, and they said, don't like the positioning. They may choose to go back in.
Yeah, no, I really don't like how FeaR did the level 1 here. If you have the advantage level 1, you have to push it for as much as you can milk it. Like, I would have just gone straight down middle, straight into blue and warded it, and forced them to at least put pressure onto it. Or gone into red and warded the red as well.
Well, the worst thing is you're going to get a sapling in the face, so it would have worked out for at least the portion of the time, and they would have gotten a lot more information.
Absolutely, and it looks like FeaR's going to actually late invade top, but Elements puts a top lane ward. So they know he's coming for the 140. They're coming in for the 150 blue, 155 blue. Sorry, and they're gonna look to like they have to anticipate this coming. I'm curious.
Oh wow, they're gonna stand and fight.
Yep. No.
They're trying to wait to see if they've started it. I think they know that they've been seen. If it hasn't been started yet, they're going to go for the Rupture in the bush. It just misses everybody. The Dark Binding goes in, and they have Voyboy, though. The Rupture isn't there, so the crowd control's gone. He'll be able to make it out, but it is going to be just an auto-attack fight. Countdown bottom, the all-in. Aphromoo goes under the turn. He gets first blood at 2 minutes. The fight's still at blue. Zuna could go down, and he falls to a Maokai auto-attack. St. Vicious picking up a kill. It's now 1 for 1 from 2 fights across the map. and it looks like the 1-for-1 will stay. Mandatory Cloud looking to Dark, binding this, and possibly a Rupture. There's a ward for McSmithy. The jungler buying wards as they start to go for this blue. They will not be able to steal it, and St. Vicious comes away.
Wow, but it looks like we'll do a replay of that since we missed it a little bit.
You can see just what happened in that bottom lane. Oh,
Wow,
cop face checks.
Womp womp. But yeah, like I said, this game would come down to bottom lane. And although Curse made a brilliant play at the blue, they were able to come out on top with a kill. They gave Afro first blood.
Yeah, that was... Afro was going so hard, he probably looked at his mini-map and was like, it's just coins on coins at blue, man. I gotta get this kill, I gotta dive the turret, and he made it up.
Yeah,
Did it with class.
It was an incredible first blood, and that's gonna cause Cop to lose the lane horribly.
Yeah, pretty hard. We'll have to see coming around from the backside. Just look how squishy Cop. Oh, he goes to Cop!
Cop should be
no,
dead here.
This is so not good for him. Could go down the expunge. Oh, Afro move. 2 kills, 2 minutes. 3 minutes into the game, he only just didn't get a kill the first minute because it didn't invade.
Cop is still level 1. Like, Elements has out-leveled Cop already.
Oh no.
And the thing is, if Maokai comes bottom, it's dangerous for him. He might die because Cop is so far behind. They might not have the damage to be able to turn.
Oh, so we see Voyboy trying to push this top lane. They are all just thinking to themselves, it's going to be one of those times where we either forget about bottom and focus on mid and top as hard as possible, or resolve this situation now and start to bring it back. But the 3-3 lane over a 2-1 lane is quite painful. 3-1, but still, you're missing a lot of ability from Ezreal.
Oh wow, Muffin and Afro looking to just shove there.
Pushing that lane. He is in, what is this already? 24-8 CS, 2 kills to 0. If you want, each kill, besides First Blood, can be considered as about 20 CS.
Disgusting buy when he goes back. Like, I have to see what he buys. 2 Dorans. Oh, Zerker boots and Dorans here. Over just boots 3. Bottom lane's already won for FeaR here. And that was the big
Yeah, this is what you said in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's going to be all about bottom. Huge top.
Zuna,
They are going on a
top
Zuna.
play, but Zuna knocks back Saint's gank into the tower, but he was unable to finish off the gank.
Very nice try there. And like I said, they were going to continue to put pressure on Zuna. Even that time, he wasn't that far out of position, even not out of position, if you will, but they still find a way to do it, even with his abilities and good positioning. So ManCloud, Nijaki, we could just see them pushing each other back in middle. No real dispute in CS there. They're quite close. As the game continues, they have evened up the kill score, but like we said, that's just terror that the 2 kills FeaR has is on Afro Moon.
Oh, absolutely. That means regardless of what happens in the other lanes, FeaR has a chance because Twitch is the best scaling AD carry in the game. Being able to hit 5 targets with 1 auto attack is definitely nasty. In terms of mid lane, I definitely give mid lane advantage to Morgana. Morgana's able to make some really, really good plays during like the 1 through 7 phase, but as the game gets later, Karthus outscales Morgana by a large amount. So you have to be careful with how you play that. You should definitely look to force the level 7, or sorry, the 15-minute blue buff invade should definitely be forced here, as long as top and jungle are at a decent level, because no one can beat Morgana if you force the level 6 fight. Like, she's such a strong level 6 that no one wants to contest her. Everyone has tried multiple times with different champion comps, and it just turns out incredibly poor and incredibly bad for everyone involved on the other team.
We'll have to see how that turns out for them. They're quite far away from these fights. Morgana right now, level 6 though, so she can put out that presence that you were just speaking of.
If Morgana has to back here, so it's 6:30 right now. The blue comes up at 7:15, just about.
And that's where Smitty's heading.
Oh, and boy, okay, what the heck?
All right.
Well, now this is prime to go invade the blue buff.
Yeah.
In 30 seconds. The thing is, Zuna is kind of low, but Void hasn't hit 6 yet, and ManCloud is 6. Actually, Void might hit 6 off this wave. If that happens, they can't invade.
And the ward here is going to keep Morgana doing pretty much nothing for about any amount of time. She is going to be seen by the ward. Nothing happening up top. Still the pressure coming in from Voyboy. And why did he just choose to go back middle? He didn't even try to pressure Voyboy. Voyboy didn't even show that he knew it was seen by the ward. But I guess against the Lee Sin, you're probably just going to waste time as he jumps around anyways.
Yeah, Curse realizes that there is a possibility of a blue buff invade, so they ward the entrance top and middle of the blue buff.
That's right, their blue buff was taken a bit late on FeaR side because of their invasion there.
They decide not to contest because Boy is just so far ahead top. It wouldn't matter if they had tried to collapse. It would have been most likely a 3v2, which I guess that's fine. They're still winning bottom lane, so they're still in this game.
Right.
Top lane splitting even CS, so even after he died, still not a big deal.
You can just see Afromoo and Muffin Cutie letting them push this tower back. Cop wants to be able to go back and buy, possibly. Really doesn't actually have any gold, but Afromoo more than happy to sit at that 75% mark and just farm out his lane. He's already so far ahead. They don't need to make any moves to really put themselves in danger. Again, top lane going right back onto Zuna. I really like that attack from Voyboy. That's really how one of the counter plays in.
Voice showing this very unique Lee Sin build top lane. He skills E first, like he maxes E first, or maxes W first. So he has a very high damage shield to protect himself, and he just looks to auto attack the opponent inside the creep wave with higher resistances and better shields, and he comes out on top, especially if he's ahead.
That's true. He's also playing the Sonic Wave into Resonating Strike after he's being displaced from Zuna, so he's continuously getting damage, and that huge knockback from Jace that usually sets him apart and allows that free damage trade is completely negated.
And now that bottom lane, Muffin Cutie is 6, they can go in whenever they feel like, because Elements and Cop are both level 5 against 2 level 6 champions. This is a really dangerous time to be bottom lane.
They're going hard on that minion wave too.
The thing is, they don't have a ward and try, so Maokai could come and gank. Will they still look to risk this?
Saint's quite low, but he does have red. They could force him into a fight. Maybe they're calling that they're close to 6 and not even. Someone is not even halfway, and First Cop is halfway. So these guys not exactly ready.
Okay. As soon as you see that Afro looks to throw his slow goo to put AoE on the
Voyboy could go down to the turret here. One more shot. The health pot's going to keep him alive. The chase will be on, though. The Rupture has easy range. He flashes it. The Rupture will not have range anymore. And Voyboy makes it. No, he gets popped up. The flash. Great job by Xmithy, just timing that one out.
He saw that Lee Sin W'd himself for a shield. That was a really bad play by Voy. And as soon as he realized that, he just flashed in for the Q. And that was a guaranteed kill.
Very nice job. The blue buff is getting pinged as it's finally back up from their adventure early game.
And Afro picks up a BF sword on his back, so he's way far ahead of Cop bottom lane. He's almost a full BF sword ahead, and I think he's got Greaves on top. So, this could be big trouble because Cop wants to push out the wave before he goes back to buy, so they have a little bit of time. They can just continually spam shove and force jungle pressure bottom, and even if the jungler comes, it still might be dangerous. They could still, I think at best, get like a 1 for 2. Unless they get an immediate exhaust of the Afromoo.
Really haven't seen top lane. They just said, hey, Xmithy, we're doing fine down here, waste time top. We've seen Cho'Gath, actually, Xmithy just getting himself a kill top, helping Zuna out, and that's really been the focus of both junglers. The bottom lane was, as we said, lost in the beginning, so you didn't even see too much pressure coming from St. Vicious. It almost wouldn't help at this point. They're not going to get the kills they need.
Yeah, and right now, Muffin Cutie just zones at the bottom lane. The bot lane realizes, okay, they can't do anything. They're going to go back for double golems. And the thing is, Maokai has really bad gank targets. Like, ganking bottom, his lane's so far behind that if he ganks bottom, like, they might die.
Yeah, so turned it into a triple
He
kill.
doesn't want to gank middle either because it's really hard to gank Morgana as a champion reliant on CCs and that does like magical damage. And so his really only good gank target is Zuna top, and that's why he's constantly send ganks that way. And Morgana, they force a pre-11 dragon fight. Zuna comes down, there's no way they can contest. So FeaR gets a free dragon off this. Very smart play.
Stack off to Xmithy after the smite. Looks like they're going to return to bottom lane here. So Afromoo with the control now on Dragon. FeaR more than happy to push all of their lanes and start a bit of roaming if they can. They could probably push out Curse, actually take this bottom turret if they wanted to with the next wave coming up.
Maokai's camping the bottom lane bush right now. He's just waiting for them to overextend for a play, or he's waiting to loop around. He loops around and he's going to see the ward here. Yep. So bottom lane can no longer go aggressive knowing that Maokai has oracles and they don't have a ward in the area. Jace buys a Brutalizer top lane, a very common build Brutalizer with the BF. Last game he went Thirster into Brutalizer, but still very common on Jace to be able to just poke for more.
Trying to get those small attacks off. Again, Xmithy top, showing a little bit of presence, putting pressure on Voyboy. Even though he's there, Voyboy's got to now consider if he's just going to stay and kind of play that trade game. Voyboy walking back and forth. You see him stand in the top of that bush to kind of act as a human ward, but he doesn't know where Xmithy is whatsoever.
Yeah, I was just say Void should go back for... Oh, actually, he's going to stay here. I think Void could have just gone back for Wraith Camps.
Oh, Soul Shackle going down on St. Vicious, but he throws down Vengeful Maelstrom, negating a little bit of the damage and really just pulling off an ultimate there. Rupture goes up, that could flash to finish. That feast is up for Cho'Gath. It does not look like he's going to be in range, though. A little bit more damage if it can come out. St. Vicious going in. Aphromoo throws it on Nyjack. He finds himself going down. The ultimate to come up, but is the Black Shield ready? It is! Oh, he takes out the Black Shield with True Shot! Oh, amazing! Voyboy now to come in and try and clean this one up. They take down Aphromoo as well. Everybody getting caught out of position, and that quickly went in favor of Curse.
Oh, very impressive Ezreal there. That really just...
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a really good play.
We get a quick replay on that as they push down this turret here. You do see that Muff and Cutie's backing, so they're not going to force anything off of this turret. And just an amazing play here. It didn't look like much was going to happen. Right. They kind of slowed it down, but a great Rupture coming from the top side
I
here.
think ManCloud made a good decision to try to force the Oracle's kill right here. The problem is, Xmithy doesn't have flash ulti, so he can't secure that kill. And they overextend for it with Afro flashing over the Dragon Wall to get a kill. And at this point, it was okay up until the point where the Ezreal ulti lands. Aphromoo gets Aphromoo should have just ran away. Instead, he stuck around to do more damage and got hit and killed by Flash on the ulti.
It's a little bit, zealous over the items that he has. He had all the right mechanics are there, but you kind of put yourself in a bad situation. No matter what items you have, how early, it's going to hurt if you're in 3v1. Like you said, probably should have just ran away. Didn't need to do that damage. That was a great play coming from Mandatory Cloud as well. I was like, wow, they made it out. Complete free damage. Got a beautiful kill out of that. Top had different thoughts, though. Now in his bottom lane, he does get an assist for himself on that. He didn't get the kill. The kill would have been great because he definitely needs to pick himself back up and get where Aphromoo is.
And Aphromoo goes and takes spot.
Yep.
So, honestly, would be pretty interesting. Something to do would be if they lane swapped here. That would be very, very interesting. But instead, you see Jace coming in bottom. I'm not quite sure what he's hoping to accomplish off this lane gank. Lee Sin's coming in bottom too, so both the top lanes are both here.
They go hard on Aphro there.
Oh, but there's a ward there. Like, they know.
Yep.
They know Zuna's here. They're just going to see it's a 3v3 and slowly back off. They don't want to take the risk. Which is smart, because Afro is so big that it's not a good idea to take a risk against a Twitch that's large, who's that large.
Right.
Cho'Gath knows that Lee was bottom. They both rotated bottom. Cho'Gath just going to shove in this wave and get some good gold, some good CS, some good XP.
Look at that. He actually repositions himself for the Vorpal Spikes to continue hitting all the minions. Just really trying to get whatever advantage they have. The snowball is creating, but the slant very, very just low at the moment. They can't really get any momentum.
Very smart rotation middle. Force the flash on Jackie, and they can just rotate bottom. The thing is, they didn't need that many people middle, and unfortunately, they lost a lot of CS in the turret. Zuna's running down bottom right now.
Yeah, there's the ultimate. They try to true shot and clear this one out. They are going to be pushed back. Good positioning here by FeaR, really controlling their turrets well. They have lost the middle one, and that opens up quite a bit of entry and exit for the other team to start ganking and roaming. I have to see. This allows Karthus now to kind of push his lane and start to roam. Nyjack is not that much of a roamer, though, is he? I guess he doesn't have to be on Karthus.
No, definitely as Karthus, you don't roam at all.
Right, yeah, exactly.
You can roam if the option presents itself, but it's always a risk. And as Karthus, all you really need to do is farm the camps that your junglers should be giving you, and that's really it. You rotate between mid and camps, and you look to go the transition to late game, and globally pressure the lanes, top and bottom.
Right. St. Vicious still with that Oracle. We do see Xmithy still with his. So that map control really not going in either team's favor right now. They're just trying to clear up the minions of what's happening and push these top and bottom lanes in. Whichever goes first. Dragon should be coming up in another 30 seconds. Looks like Xmithy chooses to just let this lane reset as he goes back. Jace will start to head top. I think we should start heading Dragon at this point.
You see Cho'Gath picking him up a fairly early. Oh, actually, I guess not early Aegis, but still picking one up. Aegis Oracles, no boots 2 yet, so he's a little bit slow. But he's got an earlier Aegis than Maokai. They can look to force Baron here and probably have higher defensive stats than the other team. Especially with Afro there, like if you just line them up for Afro, if he gets free shots in, then it becomes devastating for the other team.
That'll be really, especially you can stay just outside Crescendo.
Yeah,
nobody is looking
just
for you.
Spawn.
Yep.
And they can just force a 4v4. If anything, Zuna is less important than Void bottom. So I would just force a 4v4. They have all the CC required on those people. Oh, before they force, Afro wants to buy IE. So he goes back, gets his A team in IE, and comes back to force his dragon, which I definitely agree with. They have all kinds of control with the 3 champions, as well as Twitch. If Zuna can keep Void top and away from Dragon, he should just try to shut out this lane as fast as possible. Force Void to stay before he wants to rotate bottom for the Dragon.
And he is backing out for his team right now as Jace does what Zuna does what he can to push out. Xmithie clearing wards. And they do see, he said, hey guys, Void is back. I'm here at the turret alone. Maybe you guys should take that. And it looks like they will try to do it.
But Void just runs back top. Yeah. And so they looks like they're not going to go and contest Dragon. Which, I guess seeing Afro's items is probably a smart idea.
True Shot Barrage is down, but there's a lot of damage on Muffin Cutie. So it looks like they just not forced out of this one, but they decided to walk out with Dragon in hand. And Xmithie continues to clear. Looks like they're going to get a quick gank onto Nijaki. Don't think they'll be able to take him down. Maybe it will if they land the Dark Binding. The Soul Shackle goes off. Where will he flash to? It is not up. Everything is down for him, and he goes down quite quickly under the turret. A very slow Xmithie, but a very strong Xmithie coming in as well. Trying to stand in front of Mandatory Cloud. Kicks back over the Zonias, and now he's left to fight here. The Rupture goes up. They have enough crowd control. They're not stacking it, and they're doing a beautiful job. You are going to have Dark Binding in 3 seconds coming back. And dodges the Resonating. Oh, the Sonic Wave, rather. But it's going to be a ward there. No, he gets out. Beautiful job by Zuna to control that. Mandatory, or Xmithie on the other side, looking to help with the Rupture. They all make it out alive, and the safety crew from FeaR working wonders.
Wow, very impressive. I have to just think that ManCloud fat fingered that Zon is, because he really just could have walked out alive. As soon as Cho'Gath flashed in front of Mandatory Cloud just to prevent the Q from hitting him.
That would have been the Q from hitting. Oh, Boy getting damaged. The Solar Flare just missing as he makes it out of that, but it's not going to matter. The ulti expunge way too strong from Afromu. But I think Xmithie may have just been kicked into Mandatory Cloud and killed him in the offset anyways. Because he went through him with his own.
It's maybe actually.
Maybe possibly. We'll call it happened in both ways in some parallel universe.
Oh, Jackie's taking a big risk staying there, but he sees the rest of his team is backing up. He can look to get a wall. Oh, but no, never mind.
20 minutes in, 5-6. These teams really keep that gold lead very close. Only a 1,000 gold deficit right now, about 1,400. And we'll see wards trying to be cleared out throughout the map. Who is trying to gain control right now? We do have a bit of control in turrets coming from Curse, or FeaR rather. They've been able to take that top and the bottom, but the mid and the bottom is taken down, which kind of open up Dragon objective for Curse's side.
You see Jackie's just content with farming the jungle and farming middle, and that's all really Karthus has to ever do.
Farm away.
No, he's just such a strong champion.
Should be able to push it down here. They're going to actually put a lot of pressure on it. They are not able to get to it. Good amount of wave clearing ability. An ultimate used, but Cop will have that back quite shortly.
I'm surprised Cop Ezreal ulted that, to be honest. He didn't really need that gold for an item because he already has a Trinity Force. So the ulti was really just kind of a waste, to be honest. He got like 3 range creeps when Karthus could have got that as well.
Tank on tank action. Xmithie going head to head with St. Vicious, but there's just too much gap closer. Xmithie finding himself taking too much damage, and it looks a little out of position here for FeaR. They know there's a binding down on elements, but what do they want to waste to take down just a support? They're going to grab this turret and try to get the upper hand there from losing Xmithie, but they are getting pinched from both sides here. Cop is just able to fire off Mystic shots. Wow. They grab the turret and Black Shield Afromu to make it out easy.
That Black Shield Afromu was so good.
Perfect timing.
Blocked the flash wall from Jackie. Mandatory Cloud, I don't think predicted that, but still made an excellent choice for Black Shield at that time.
Top to farm this out as they return back into their own side, clear up the jungle. 6-6. where would the pressure be, you know, if FeaR were to really take this one into their hands? What can they pressure? The bottom lane was huge, but, I mean, at this time, I don't think they have enough damage to take Baron, so could you just pressure bottom lane until you pull aggro?
You can honestly just put pressure in the middle lane. Like,
all right.
they already shoved down the first turrets on all the sides.
Right.
All they need to do is land a Morgana bind to completely kill anyone. So Morg bind and Jace poke will be enough for them to be able to just sit there and continually poke. They will force the Maokai to initiate on top of them, and Curse will lose that fight 10 out of 10 times.
All right, so in Curse's eyes, what is their perfect engagement now?
It would be funny enough, it would be a flash, or it would be a Maokai initiation with a flash wall from Karthus hitting the people on the back line. But Flash is down on Karthus. Like, this is an ideal time for FeaR to just stack mid and just throw out poke, and that's all they need to do.
All the true shot barrage being used to farm this game.
Yeah. Jace is here. Jace is gonna go rotate top, take the farm there, and should be coming back middle.
Yep, they're kind of all gathering here. Jace gonna push that wave off the tower. Not real trouble there, but he's gonna get a good amount of experience out of it. 0 and 3 and 1. A little bit different of a game from Zuna. Voyboy finding himself out, but with the amount or power and numbers right now for FeaR, he really is in an all right position. He doesn't have to worry too much. Saint clearing out as many wards as he can as they start, as you said, pushing down middle. They're gonna look to put some pressure on here. They know Jace is top, but now they have to realize Jace is left. They just put this ward down, which is gonna cover him coming back in. So they're keeping themselves safe. Good mana, except for Cop right now. FeaR looks a lot stronger just in health bars and mana as they return to the fight.
Because Cop has that low mana, he can't really poke back. Jace should literally just sit mid with Morgana and throw random stuff at a Curse. Eventually, one of them will land if they can shoot them anywhere in the vicinity of the lane. And as soon as more than 2 land, then they'll force people back and they can put damage into it.
So FeaR, just like first game, controlling that gold lead. Now it's back to that set 2,000 mark that these teams have.
They're playing it really safe. Dragon's coming up in 20 seconds, 16 seconds.
Yeah.
So just going to pick up Dragon, and I feel like they should just rotate mid again. They have bottom and top shoving, so they really don't need to go to those lanes. They just force the other team to miss CS by coming mid to stop their 5-man push. Jackie's Flash still has almost a minute left on it, so if they're trying to run into this Dragon area against FeaR, they're going to be in a rough position.
Here they go, going in, doesn't steal it. True shot barrage around.
Goes in here, this will be devastating.
There it is, mandatory Cloud Soul Shackle going off. He only has 2 in it. Cloud taking a lot of damage though. Here comes Requiem. It's going to crush down on FeaR, and it looks like Curse has a huge advantage in this matchup. Forced flashes from Zuna. Xmithie out of the fight as well as the Phage proc was on him. And these guys are going to have to just hightail it out of here. Afromu was left on the outside. 2 down, going for FeaR. Nijaki and team, or Nijaki goes down for his team.
Yeah, the only reason that came out a little bit weird was because the Karthus positioning was really good. The Karthus died in an ideal spot,
right?
And typically with that kind of team, you can pick off any AP that tries to cut, or anyone really that tries to cut your Twitch. But even picking off a Karthus who tries to cut your Twitch, he'll still be able to do about half his health in terms of just off his ulti in 1Q.
Right. Yeah, you're just standing there as well. Plus, you have another 6 seconds to just continue to do it.
Gold is still very, very close. Just 1K difference. You see Void going back top. Someone's going to need to cut him off for FeaR. And they see that no one's doing Baron.
They're kind of, yeah, like you said, they're just doing slow but steady. They're not really trying to push too much out. Wards being cleared as much as possible. The Oracles have not fallen recently. Saint is 2-0-4, so he has not lost his yet. Xmithie did go down once. I believe he had that Oracles on him, so he's been forced to buy another one. Frozen Heart, Aegis build. He is going to be the pure tank for the team as Jace coming in for that bruiser position. So we'll have to see Cho'Gath getting in that front line. Xmithie is really the one to start these engagements with Morgana coming in right behind him. Leona from 1,000 range plus. They have a great initiation. We'll have to see what they can do. Cop was a big factor last match with his positioning. We'll have to see if he can outdo it again for Afro.
And they give Void red buff surprisingly over Ezreal. Ezreal's items aren't that far behind, so I'm curious if that was just like Void wanted the red buff over Cop and just took it, or whether that was a team decision to let Void take the red buff. because having Void go into the Morgana is just like so. Oh, can he get a free pick
Saint
here?
Vicious gets caught out. It looks like he will go down as he's trying to clear wards. Not something you expect to see if 5 members of a team coming out of a bush like that. And Baron is now right for the taking. They have 4 members to follow up, and they could just turn to fight it.
Yeah, they should just look the bait there. No, that's a perfect place.
There it, oh, what a dark binding over the wall. They catch elements. The crescendo does come out.
The flash
ulti Soul Shackle will stop up Void. He will be able to safeguard out of this one, though, so he's not in a terrible position. Why did he dove back in? What are you doing? There's a Zonia on ManCloud. Yeah, Nijacking and Cop in a terrible position here. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow, and he's able to connect the Cop.
Cop is so low. Cop has no mana. It's still walk out of this one. There's too many turrets, though. What? Afromu just like threw the cask down next to him. He was so pissed.
Jackie able to pick up a double kill due to that extended overdive, and so that didn't actually turn out too well for Team FeaR or too badly for Team Curse. Giving Jackie a double kill there, ooh, they had such a clean pick too.
Yeah, let's get a replay on that and really just dissect what happened.
The bind plus the rupture was perfect. The Jackie shield there stopped himself getting hit with the crescendo.
Right.
Boy goes back on this, such a bad idea. Because there's a Zhonya's, like, he has to know there's a Zhonya's there. And unfortunately, he wasn't watching. So he gets a kill there. Xmithy dies to the Q, and Jace takes a tower shot and dies. 2 tower shots. Yeah, like, they had that fight clean with 2 kills, 2 for 0. But they over-chased, and it didn't work out well.
It's one of those situations where you just say, hey, those minions look like the color of my minion.
No, yeah, they just got greedy. That was it.
So, all right. They did have a good fight initiation, but they weren't able to clean it up.
They gave kills to the worst champion as well. Karthus, a farm Karthus is like the most deadly AP in the game. It's the most annoying AP for every champion, including 80s. Every 80 I talk to is like, I hate Karthus. Please, just ban Karthus so I don't have to play against it. I'm just like, I don't think he's even, like, I don't even think this team plays Karthus, and Kitty's still like, I just want him out. Like, it's an incredibly frustrating
80 carry, never getting love in champion select.
Yep.
Wave clearing just to keep the pressure off right now. After that fight, they have to be very careful. Curse cannot get engaged on that again. I think they were pretty lucky to come out with how it resulted, in the fact that they didn't get towers pushed down. There wasn't a Baron that actually came off of it. So the fight, although in FeaR's favor, I think they know they made a mistake and went a little too deep.
Okay, top lane has really low health. So yeah, Curse just goes top, knows it has low health. FeaR not going to look to contest. They're just going to give it up, I think. Or maybe not. You see everyone coming in toward the Baron area. Cop's still top lane. I wonder if Afro realizes Cop is alone. Because if he does, he will all in Cop every time.
They don't have too many wards that are right in that position. So Cho'Gath is actually coming top. Xmithy putting the pressure on. So they know Sona's there. And yeah, Afromu kind of says, hey, I feel better to position here. I could be just between Cop and my team. We'll have to see what they play this out. Afromu getting, oh yeah, he throws on stealth to move out here. So he's going to give his team a little bit of vision. That's such a huge advantage. Good play, good ward coverage being taken out, and they look to position for the Skara.
Ooh, they're just clearing wards, establishing their Baron control right here. Very smart.
They really changed up how they play the Jace. He's not given the blue buff anymore. Although it is up, he may go get it. But there's just been a lot more harass from Zuna overall. And just those shock blast through the acceleration gate over and over and over. But I guess without blue buff, he's kind of conserving that for these fights. Because they are long fights. They're quite tanky champions on both teams. You have Voyboy and Saint Vicious to initiate a fight if they need it. And Nijackie to sit on the outside.
No, it's smart of FeaR to go back here. They don't really need to force anything here. They want to force when they have the most amount of items, the most amount of strengths. And blue buff and dragon are still up, so they can get a free dragon, go rotate for a free blue buff, and then come back middle. And especially because mid was so shoved there, they don't really have to worry about losing Baron control because they can just immediately run over the Baron. So Afro actually solos dragon here.
It's going to be great. He just actually gets that down completely by himself. He does have to sustain from just the scepter. Dark Binding goes out. Would have been an initiation from Solar's.
Curse should fight this right here.
No, that's really bad positioning. Solar's player is right there as well. The initiation going in. Looks like the Soul Shackle will be able to go off. Jace taking out Karthus. Sona falls, and here's the Requiem. Going to do a good amount of damage, but Curse looks to be 2 on their heels. They're surrounded. Saint Vicious has Xmithy and ManCloud on one side of him as Cop Cobb just fighting. It's like Smitty. He has a frozen heart in ages. Why are you shooting Cho'Gath? Just running through the entire fight.
And that was a brilliant team fight by FeaR. I didn't think it was a good idea for Curse to take that. Oh, what was a really good play was Zuna saw Karthus was about to die, just eat him away from Aphromoo, away from the team fight, and was able to give Aphromoo space to be able to continue team fighting after Karthus died, which wasn't a possibility in the last team fight. Ooh, they should take blue buff here. Honestly, before they back. Ooh. They have 18 seconds to do it. Like, Smithy has ample time.
He doesn't want it. Window shopping.
Yeah, I guess Afro's just going to stay mid. Afro's healthy enough to where he doesn't really have to go back and buy. Takes about half health off the middle turret and just disengages. So you have to always be worried about the counter Baron. That's what's on their mind. So you see they back quickly just to be able to establish Baron control again. Morgana's ran the wrong direction. Is running back to Baron now. Afro takes the enemy's red, and even Curse is worried. Curse is like, are they doing Baron as well? So Ezreal shoots an ulti. Ezreal's ulti is down. Afro, I think, is going to look to pick off someone. Like, if he can isolate Cop. Oh, never mind. Afro goes back to shop.
Yep.
He has his core. He has the Phantom Dancer, Last Whisper, IE. That's enough, and a Negatron is enough to tear away anyone. And
plus
Jackie,
Black Shield.
Yeah, Jackie does not have his void staff yet, which would help a lot in these team fights.
He does have the Abyssal Scepter, so it's kind of helping his entire team, at least Cho'Gath, that's for sure. We'll have to see what they can do coming into this fight. Again, setting up in that same bush. All the fights happening for these teams. St. Vicious, again, getting popped a little bit. Healed up by Sona. Trying to back out. Smithy finding him once again, separating the team there. They're going to kind of close this off, going for the initiation from Muffin Cutie.
Hit multiple people.
That was a really great idea. The Shirellia's out. They've now pulled St. Vicious again away from his team. It's just, they do not seem like they want to initiate.
They're just stalling so Afro can get the mid turret. And now they're in such a bad position. They can't run in through that small choke or else Twitch will tear them.
They're still messing with Xmithy. What are they doing?
They had to run around, and now they get free and hip, and they're going to have to go in a really bad position for their team. So you see Saints going in for Afro stealths. They really back away. If they do, what would happen is they just gave away a free inner turret, as well as half the life in the inhib. It does regenerate, but it regenerates a little bit slowly.
That was intense. Smithy put his Teemo boots on today. He must have a global taunt because they just focused him from all the way up towards that Baron ward, all the way down to Wolves, and continued to do it on their side of the base wall.
This is very risky. Twitch is going to go bottom. He's going to be seen. As soon as Curse sees Twitch bottom, they're going to look to pressure.
Lots of pings going off. You can actually see that. The ping bottom, the pings towards Baron. They said, get your ass back here. And Aphromoo is hauling it towards that Baron right now. Coast to coast. Will he be able to get there in time with his team? They throw out the Rupture to try to throw around the damage and stall the Baron, but they see that they're not fully in there.
No, yeah, they can just run back middle.
Yep.
FeaR has the inhib at half health. Just run back middle. They don't have to worry about positioning, really. They don't have to worry about the inner turret. So as long as Aphromoo doesn't immediately die, he can clean up the whole team.
This is going to be crazy. That attack speed buff as well from coming out of stealth just makes him such a terror as well, because you don't know where it's coming from. Your positioning could instantly be bad. And
this is the same issue that happened to Curse, or that happened to FeaR last game. The fact that with a when your teammate's a Morgana, it's really hard to dive past Morgana to the back line.
Just throw on shackles.
So Afro literally just sits behind Morg and shoots and kills people. That's it. That's all he has to do. And it's very effective.
Morg wall.
Yeah, no, Morg is a great thing to stop divers, and that's what Lee Sin and Maokai have to go in.
Right. Pushing down middle here, they seem to be quite aggressive on this, only stopping once they see that FeaR lineup in front of their turret. That second tier turret has completely full health. Maybe took a shot from a siege minion, but right now it's sitting pretty, and that's going to take them a lot. They don't have the poke to get to the turret.
Jace also has a Last Whisper. Oh, wait. Okay, well, Cho just Shirelia's, and I was like, is he going to look for something? And then he just runs backwards.
Just run
okay. Well, Shirelia's is such a short cooldown. Yeah. He can just use it whenever he feels like. I think this would be like Curse should get Void Staff before they fight. There's no reason to try to fight without Karthus Void Staff. It's just such a strong item. It's a team with four or five MR items.
So coming into it, obviously Sona with her own auras and speed is What's the purpose of mobility boots? Obviously, you can just go defense for a support, but Sona's usually able to stay in the back with a crescendo. Is that to catch and power forward slow?
It's just you're able to get better ward coverage with you're able to move around the map better. Okay. It's something more. It's something that a lot of supports are picking up now. I really don't think it's ideal for Sona though. Like I think it's really good on Lulu.
Yep.
I think it's really good on Fiddlesticks. I think it's really good on Blitzcrank. Maybe even Tarek. But Sona really not a champion that
She already has her own speed debuff.
Right. She has a movement speed debuff, but the thing is, like, she doesn't really need it to catch people. She's not.
Oh no,
there
no,
to
I meant
start
she
the
had
team
it to
fights.
move. Oh, right.
Oh, they're just gonna run that. Oh, they can cut off the side. They should have.
Could be going again. St. Vicious not with his team. He is tanky. He's not in a terrible spot. But they aren't able to really capitalize on it.
Had Xmithy open with Roar, the slower cast animation would have 100% caught Void and Sona, and then Leona could ulti there for the Afro cleanup. 100%. That's what should have happened there. They're still fine though. FeaR's still in a good position. I'm just
Chunking down
Void
the
should go in
inhibitor.
on that.
Smithy is standing in. Void does go in. Morgana is there. Decides not to throw off the ultimate just yet. They're going to back out and walk them into this one. St. Vicious taking so much damage now with his team, but here's the Requiem. Going to put down a lot of force, and this looks good for Cop. Cop right over the wall with Karthus, but it's just too much tank from Xmithy. He is a wall for his team right now, and they're able to push that one back. A great job by FeaR. They walked out of the base on that one and started just closing off any engagement with the wall.
They just kited with Afro.
Yeah.
Afro definitely MVP this game. Carried the game almost primarily on his back. Mankind doing a good Mankind and Xmithy and Leona doing a good job keeping people off Afro. And
All right.
FeaR wins this
Ladies and
game.
gentlemen, like we said, games of threes, and that is GG as we go into the third game of Curse Gaming versus FeaR. An amazing matchup coming out there. We saw the Afromu Twitch. We've seen the Afromu Draven. And these guys just continuously seem to bring out new things. Not new things, but put the pressure on in different ways. Afromu just positioning with stealth in that threw Curse off so much in those fights.
Right, and you see the FeaR manager going up there, you know what I'm saying? Saying congratulations to her team. She's obviously hoping to increase morale there. They look happy, look much happier after that second game. And the third game is going to be all on Curse to perform well. Because FeaR has brought it back, and it's up to Curse. He looks very demotivated after that game. It's up to them to bring in like the team comps, the new strategies, or even just play solid in this game.
So with that game, obviously, it's such a good. I love the fact that Afromu plays different AD champions because you're never going to see any of those banned out, and you're always going to see a formidable, go at it from him. So obviously, Twitch and Draven not being banned out. ManCloud may see Morgana being banned out since Nijaki and ManCloud played it, so they may play something around the counter pick / ban of that. But other than that, I don't think there's any besides maybe a Jace. Zuna's had that like all day.
Jace seems like the thing is Jace. There wasn't really a problem last game.
Yeah, the first game was impactful with Poke, but they were able to pull out the win, so they didn't look at it too much.
They actually did a really good job of keeping him down.
Yeah.
I think Karthus did his job. I think Lee did okay. I think Maokai did okay. Just the start of this game, you cannot give Twitch that many kills for free.
That was crazy.
100%.
2 minutes and 25 seconds, kill number 1. 3 minutes and 20 seconds, kill number 2.
It was just such questionable play by Cop, face checking there, and then coming back and getting killed again.
Yeah.
It was definitely. I would hope to be a morale killer, or not hope to be, but like when that's happened to my team before, like that's definitely a morale killer there. Knowing your AD carry died twice before 4 minutes against the only thing on their team you can't get farm on. So definitely, they kind of were given this game. I feel like FeaR was definitely given this game because Curse were able to pull off the early ganks. And were able to equalize outside of Afro, but as soon as Afro got items, he just tore through their team.
Yeah, definitely give it up to Afromu and Xmithy for this game. Xmithy just played such a good tank and put himself in the position where Cop was just forced to attack him and nothing else the whole time.
I also don't like the Lee Sin pick. The Lee Sin does nothing for their team. Like they have closing in on Morgana, Jace.
2 single targets.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to be able to get in with a champion like Lee Sin. Maybe you'll be able to get in with like the Aurelia or even like a Jax. But Lee Sin really doesn't have that closing, the closing ability and ability to stay on targets.
Especially with only Maokai being able to follow him up. And some of the fights Voidboy engaged in were way too far from his team. We saw that a few times on the Morganas. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in Game 3 because that's how it has been all day long. Rivington III and Scar here at the Texas Lone Star Clash, enjoying ourselves. Scar rocking a cowboy hat because he's from Texas, and that's badass. So we're going to see Game 3 coming up here in just a few minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. The Texas Lone Star Clash coming back with Game 3 of Curse versus FeaR in just a few minutes.
Hey everybody, while they're going to commercial, I have more raffle tickets for you. So if you have a red raffle ticket, take it out now. We are giving away right now a gift certificate for X-Split to number 526357. 526357. We'll also give a gift certificate to X-Split to number 526251. That's 357 and 251. Congratulations, you both won gift certificates for X-Split. We also have a survival kit by Alienware. They're branching out into the survivalist post-Hurricane Sandy economy boom. This is to number 293. You will win not only an Alienware survival kit, you will win this Alienware hat. Is that you back there? You want to try all this stuff on? We got a hat for you. We have a thermos. And we have a survival blankie. Show me 293. 293, congratulations, sir. Here's your blankie. Here's your lovely hand purse. Enjoy that, sir. Thank you guys for participating. If you think you may have one, check out the table in the front. There's lots of unclaimed prizes up there, so if you have a raffle ticket, check it out. Thanks, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lone Star Clash. How's it like living in Lone Star State?
It's really nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, but unfortunately I'm in LA right now because
So you're a liar.
Not really.
All right.
Not really. I love Texas. It's just I moved over to LA for more business related reasons.
To play video games all the time. Business.
Exactly.
All right, so we have this next match coming up. It seems like they're almost ready to get into Champion Select. They're all milling about in the lobby right now, just chatting about. Yeah, I did say milling about for the lobby. Deal with it. So we are into Champ Select. I have bet these teams. If somebody gets a pentakill, I'm taking them out to dinner. So there's a lot of incentive other than money going down in this tournament.
I read something else other than just dinner.
All right, I said strip club too, but
Oh, so then definitely you're gonna see a penta this game.
St. Vicious is gonna get a pentakill.
Even if the other team has to feed one for him, it's gonna happen.
It's only one person though, so they're gonna have to buy their own way anyways. Blitzcrank, Oriana Rengar.
All right,
pretty
nothing,
much.
yeah.
Nijaki, Blitzcrank elements.
Same
Rengar,
bands.
boy, banned out.
We're not gonna. Oh, I wonder how highly both these teams are gonna value Morgana in this series.
Yeah, they left her in,
then
and both
Jace,
teams have played her.
There we go.
Yeah, Jace, he's been waiting for it.
I went an Ezreal first pick off this. Force Cobb off Ezreal. No, I'm serious. Force
Yeah, no,
Cobb
yeah,
off
for
Ezreal.
sure.
Well, the thing is, I think Afro won't pick Ezreal. Like I don't think it'll be something
Too
they wanna
cliche.
pick. No, yeah, definitely. Like everyone plays him, so Afro doesn't want to play him.
Screw that, man. I like his interview too. He's like, I don't know, nobody knows how to play against my champions of Draven, Twitch, and whatever else. So I hope there is a whatever else. Big pick
a
here.
Morgana pick. That's actually really, really good too, because both teams highly value Morgana
Yeah.
in this series. Good luck in.
All right. Big time choices here for Curse. What is going to be that first, second? They have some versatility. Elements play Zyra, doesn't he? Semi?
He's
Some?
tried.
Yeah,
He's tried.
people-
I don't know. I don't know how good it is.
He's tried.
But Fiddle is still up as well, so I definitely could see
Yeah,
an Ezreal
Fiddle
pick
is
here.
in there. Brought him to victory last game in the composition.
There's the Ezreal
Oh,
and the Skarner. Ooh,
I like it. We're going back to the situation of the old composition from game one.
yes, absolutely.
They don't have Morgana for the Black Shield Skarner.
Yep. They banned Skarner last game, and instead
Yep.
this game they just banned Jace pick Skarner. So definitely ideal because they won with the game one. I think a lot of that had to do with Morgana. You're right. So I'm curious to see if they'll be able to win with Skarner without Morgana.
Smithy and ManCloud now in the choice spot, the hot seat for the pick. They haven't really seen too much that you can counter from Skarner Boy and Ezreal's pick. So you can kind of just think about what composition they're making.
AD support right here, or actually they're gonna look to pick up a cat. Ooh, that's to deny Boy from playing cat top. The thing, and Cat Morgana synergizes as well.
Right, yeah, he took it game one. So maybe they're like, what did they play in game one, guys?
Yeah, no, but with Malphite also, Cat Malphite is also a very strong pair, and they're gonna lock it in. It
Yeah.
kind of makes their early game a little bit weak, having Malphite and Katarina, but Morgana can help offset the weak level one that FeaR is gonna have off those two picks.
I feel like FeaR knows that they're not going to have the early game in the first place. They're going to have to just play it safe, and they haven't been able to beat not St. Vicious, just Curse in general in those first 10 minutes. And there's been a lot of focus top on Zuna. But he doesn't have Jace this
Zyra.
time. They do decide to grab up Zyra.
I'm actually curious to see how good Elements of Zyra is. I think Zyra is like top tier support, one of the best supports in the game. But
It's like
I don't think people can play
Yeah.
it that well, because if you miss your skill shots, it's a horrible champion. Which is why you don't see much support locks.
if you miss Zyra ultimate, I'd agree. You're a horrible champion.
Wow. Oh, Syrah. No, I don't know if they'll lock that in. That's actually they've been playing a lot of Zyra mid.
No, I actually thought Nijaki was going to stay on Zyra for sure.
Oh, never mind. So they're still going with Zyra mid.
Yeah.
They're going with Fiddle bottom. I kind of think Fiddle's really strong too. They have Katarina, and Fiddlesticks absolutely destroys Cat because of the 3-second fears. It's horrible because Cat never wants to build Merc treads.
I can hear it in your voice, like all the instances when you've been feared out of an ultimate
No,
or something.
it's
You're like, it's
bad.
horrible.
It's so bad. I hate people who pick Fiddle, especially when I can't build Merc treads on my champion.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and see I feel like Cat could still get farmed this game because of how Morgana Cat works. You can just get the shield, and they're going for the full dive cop. Oh my god! If they lock in, they're going for the full dive with Morgana support.
Super dive extraordinaire from Team
Wait,
FeaR.
none of them.
Yeah, I think.
Am I right? No. I'm not right. I don't think it's Morgana support. Is it? No. I am right. It is Morgana support.
Nocturne middle is not bad.
Something that I haven't seen from FeaR in a long time. Something that they actually popularized in acing, and I wasn't